Well, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever time you are joining, wherever you are joining from, and in whatever space you are joining from. I am glad you're here, and it's good to be with you. Today, I was thinking that we would do a silent meditation. It's been a little while since we've done that, and I feel like it would be a lovely time to take the opportunity really to rest in the stillness of our being. There's such beauty in a silent meditation. And the wonderful thing is, in a silent meditation, obviously, you don't have my voice to anchor you into the stillness. But what you can do is choose something that works for you, that is, I guess, honoring your personal preference for meditation. So, some ideas for anchoring your attention: you might focus on the in breath and the out breath. So, simply when you breathe in, you can say in, or you could say calm. And then you breathe out, you can say out, or you can say ease. Those are two examples of things we've used in the past. Um, you could also mindfully tune in to your five senses. We've done the five senses practice, so you can tune into sounds or the sensations of your feet on the floor and the connection points between you and the surface beneath you. Those are some examples of tuning into the five senses. You might also choose to use a mantra. A couple of the mantras that we've used are So Hum or Ham Sa. Ahem Prema is another one that we've used. So you can use those two words, the first on the inhale and then the second on the exhale. And one other idea that I thought of is counting the breaths, like we did in the Zazen practice, where you count one inhale and exhale, and then you count two. And when you notice through the course of your counting that your attention may have wandered, then you begin back at one again. So that's another example. So today is your opportunity really to give yourself whatever it is that feels good to you. And I find one of the gifts of meditation is really to pay attention to your personal preferences and to refine those over time and give yourself exactly what you need in any given moment. One other thing that I will mention, and that is, and I think I mentioned this before, you could feel some resistance if you haven't sat in silence before, or you've done it a few times, where you might notice things that are being uncovered that you typically would tune out in a guided meditation because there is complete stillness. So often thoughts that you have that might be buried underneath the sounds or the sensations might come into your awareness, and that's perfectly fine. Just notice them and allow them to move on through like clouds in the sky, which I think I've also said before. I wanted to highlight quickly one thing that Young Pueblo writes in his book, Inward. And he says, when the mind feels wild and cloudy, it may be that something from deep within has come to the surface, an old burden seeking release. Breathe, relax, and let it go. So whatever happens, just notice it and explore it without judgment. Certainly don't try too hard to have a certain experience. And bring your beginner's mind today. Be kind to yourself and stick with the practice. We'll be meditating for about 15 or 20 minutes together in the stillness, and I will lead us into and out of the stillness. So go ahead and find a comfortable seat, a comfortable position, and we'll begin. So as we move into the stillness together, I invite you to sit upright, ideally, hands in your lap. And if you're so inclined to close the outside world out completely, you can close your eyes. Or if it feels more comfortable to you, you can gaze at a point gently in front of you. And so as we move into stillness, I invite you to gradually deepen the breath and bring a sense of ease to the breathing, slowing everything down. And if this is the slowest breath that you've taken throughout your day, then really tune in to what the sensations are like. The feeling of the breath as it moves in through the nostrils and out through the mouth or the nose. Tuning in to what it feels like to be present and to be here, just you, just for yourself. Allowing everything to be exactly as it is. No striving or trying. Nothing to do. No place to be. Just here with and for yourself in the stillness. As our meditation draws to a close, I invite you to gradually and gently bring your attention back into the space around you. You might tune in to your hands in your lap, your feet beneath you or on the floor. Perhaps bringing some gentle movement back into the fingers and the toes. You might deepen the breath. If you'd like to bring some larger movements back into the body, you can certainly stretch into the space around you. And when you're ready, you're welcome to blink your eyes open. You might start with a downward gaze, and then gradually raise your gaze to your surroundings and the faces that greet you on the screen if you're here live. Taking in your surroundings with fresh eyes and perhaps noticing something before that you didn't notice when you sat to meditate. I'd like to close today with a passage by John O'Donohue. You have traveled too fast over false ground. Now your soul has come to take you back. Take refuge in your senses. Open up to all the small miracles you rushed through. Become inclined to watch the way of rain when it falls slow and free. Imitate the habit of twilight, taking time to open the well of color that fostered the brightness of the day. Draw alongside the silence of stone until its calmness can claim you. Be excessively gentle with yourself. I want to thank you so much for joining today's meditation. The light in me honors and sees the light in each and every one of you. Namaste. We'll see you next time.